it looks like you probably be the third different position I think you started at in 6 games.
Yeah.
You talk about just filling all those roles, how comfortable you feel at all those spots, how comfortable do you feel moving around? I mean, you're a veteran, but you're still a young player too.
You know, I think I've just learned to adjust. I mean, we were put into the system, and my goal was just to fulfill whatever spot that coach wanted me to be at, and just to work hard at every spot. And I didn't really ask for any spot. I just wherever he wanted me to be, and that's what I'm going to work towards, wherever he wants me to be. So.
You said you guys had a meeting yesterday to kind of make sure everybody was feeling good. What do you feel like?
Together.
What was the attitude going in and then coming out of that?
Just going in, we were kind of like, wow, we have 7 people. We just lost, one of our best players, Loera. But coach was pretty much like, we can either break or we can just prove to everyone that we can still pull through, we can still do it, and that's definitely where we're headed. So.
How do you keep taking all this stuff as new challenges to try to overcome rather than letting it crush you a little bit?
How's it taking?
How do you do that? I mean, you guys talked about, when you were picked 11th, use that as a motivator. A couple injuries, use that as a motivator. At what point, I mean, does it become a challenge?
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, and I mean, for us, we just talked about we're all we have right now. There's 7 of us, and we have to stick together. We have to come together like that and play for Loera and play for those people on the bench, and get wins that way. So.
In terms of the shift to the point specifically, that's a position that requires a lot of command of the offense and a lot of delegating of authority, so to speak. Is that a role that you can adapt into quickly? I mean, there's got to be a channel of communication opened up there to get everybody on the right page. How quickly can that come about?
I mean, I'm hoping pretty quickly. I mean, we play Sunday, played pretty quick, but I played point guard all through my high school years in AAU. This is definitely a different system, but I mean, I've kept my eyes open watching Loera, watching Mia, and I'm just hoping I can fulfill how coach sees me playing that spot. So hopefully it comes quickly. We're working towards it. So.
Have you ever been on a team this decimated? I mean, or are you just kind of like, this is getting ridiculous at this point?
AAU. I guess summer AAU. When you get low on people, but nothing like this. No, not in such a big situation, I guess. So it's a lot different.
You guys obviously play a style of play that necessitates running and 7 people. I mean, it's tougher for you guys than a team that's running the Princeton offense, taking 40 seconds or 30 seconds off the clock every possession. Coach was mentioning maybe backing off on defense. Do you think that you guys have to back off a little bit to survive with 7 people?
I think physically it's really hard for the body, I mean, like that. But I think we really talked about, the score might not always go our way, but at the end of the game we want to say we played our hearts out. We played to the last buzzard, and that's just our main goal. Our bodies are going to be tired for sure, but just pushing through that, it's what we're kind of excited for.
Do you have nerves of playing the system with only 7 people? Of what it'll do to your body?
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, one more person done or out, that's 6. So it's definitely nerve-wracking, but when we're playing, we can't think of that, and I'm sure we won't. We're just going to play our hearts out and do what Coach asks us to. So.
In anticipation of that, is the team or you individually taking different routines as far as eating habits, sleep habits, rest, and that kind of thing in order to maintain some additional endurance?
I think we just have to keep up with that. I think a lot of us do a good job of that because, practices, we're just still running, games are running, and just coming into the season like that, you have to take care of your body even if you have 10 people, 5 people. You have to take care of your body. So we just have to keep up with that.